Hey guys, hope everyone is doing good and safe. Welcome to another video. This one is going to be a very detailed video on hair rendering. I'm going to show you everything from the basic, that how we can do the hair rendering, that too using the very basic stationery, that is the Staedtler Luna watercolor pencils. I know most of you have these pencils and we all use these pencils regularly in our illustrations, and today I'm going to talk about how we can use these pencils only to do our hair rendering very nicely and to give a very nice look to our overall illustrations. And also, those of you don't have these pencils, do not worry, the technique is almost same. I will also talk about how you can use any alternative method, but yes guys, the technique and the way of illustration is almost similar, and I will bring more such videos of doing the hair using watercolor medium as well. So yes, here I am showing you how we can draw the shape first, and this is the first hair rendering that is giving a very wavy kind of look, and I'm going very slow so that you all can catch up with me and practice along with me. So yes guys, to begin with, you always have to give the basic pencil silhouette of the hair very carefully so that you have the idea in your mind that what is the hairstyle you are going to give. Don't just randomly fill anything using your pencils. Okay, so here you can see that this is something like in a very loose wavy style. So we have total 3 curves, and we are going to give the shape, I mean the curve look, using our pencils, which will give it a very realistic look. And here you can decrease or increase the volume of your hair. So you can see I am erasing out the first line and I'm making the hair more voluminous. And also you can see the length of your hair, like you can keep it very long or very short. Here I have kept it till the mid length, that is till the shoulder length. For the second one, I want to give something with the bangs, or you can call it the mushroom haircut, which is something very chic, and it can also be used for your western wear maybe. So yeah, these are some of the hairstyles which you can practice and where we can show the different directions of the hair guys. So the first one was something on the wavy, and on this one we can give something on the straight hair look. And for each hairstyles, the stroke of the colors are different, which you will get to know when I will start coloring the hairs. So yes guys, whenever you want to draw your hairstyles, you have to of course first start by giving the shape of your face, and I will recommend that you can start with a very basic oval shape. You can give the ear, after that you can build the neck to give a support to the face, and you can keep on practicing your hairstyles separately so that you can master the rendering of your hairstyles. Again, here you can play with the length of your hairstyles guys, that how longer or how shorter you want to keep. But if I want to recommend, I will tell you that whenever you are drawing any fashion garment, your hair should not disturb the detailing of the garment, like whatever details you are putting on the shoulder, on the collars. So your hairstyles should be behind your illustration, that is behind the face. It should not cover most of the front side of your illustration. Okay, but guys, yes, whenever you are doing anything with the stylized illustration, you can play along with the strokes of your colors, and you can just be very creative, either be with the garment or with the hairstyles. So that time you can keep your hair in a very artistic manner. But again, when you are making something for the file or something for your client or something for the design process thing, you want to show more about the garment, and you can keep the facial features or the hairstyles on the second priority list. Here I will show you that what if you want to give something on the lengthy hairstyle but you want to keep it behind the face. Then draw the face, draw the shoulders and start giving the hairstyle, but it has to be behind the face of course, and you can give it a very flowy manner. Like long hairstyles look very good when you are bringing a motion, or like it's simply flowing in the air, something like that, and it can make your hairstyle look more natural. And here guys, the curve, it is not something a very straight line, but it's something like on the curved manner. Okay, so this will give your hair something like a very bouncy, very shiny look. I shall also recommend to use a very sharp pencil, and mechanical pencils are good to give very precise markings, and do not use too much pressure to give the pencil strokes. It has to be very light so that it doesn't overpower the colors which we are going to do later. So yes, now let us move to the coloring part, and I will start with this one, the waves. So I'm kind of building up everything nicely. The base is ready, and see the finishing of the hair length guys. The end part of the hair plays a very important role so that the finishing is good. Okay, so here I will be using three simple colors from my Staedtler pencil set, and this is the first color. Now guys, these pencils don't have any name or numbers on them, so I can't tell you the exact shade, but I'm trying to swatch it out so that you can swatch and match your colors. And it's not necessary that you have to use the exact same shade. Okay, so I am first starting with this color. I am giving the color overall, and now since these are water soluble colors, I will use a very thin brush and soak it little in the water and give a watercolor base. Now guys, very important, those of you who don't have these pencils and you have normal pencils like which are not water soluble, you can do this step with normal watercolor. Okay, we can also use a watercolor base and give the rest of the strokes using our pencils. So it's very simple. You can use your own alternative method, whichever is available with you. So let this one dry. Meanwhile, I will give a color to my face. But guys, whenever you are doing your main illustration, always start with the skin rendering. I mean, start with the face. After that only do your hair and other detailing. Okay, so skin rendering is the first important step. But since I am here just doing a rough work, I am just making a tutorial, so I thought of adding a skin color to the face. Anyway, let this one dry, and yeah, I think this one is dried up, and I will move to the second part, that is giving the second layer of the hair color. And I will also erase out a little bit from the hairline, and yeah, from this part we have to show two directions. One is going on this side, other one is going on the opposite side. Now guys, understand this part very carefully. You can see that the hair has some curves, and we can count like there are total 3 curves. The part which is coming out, like we can say it's curved out. Now this part will catch the light source like the sunlight or any artificial light which is falling on the hair, and this part will be little shinier, and the part which is curved inside will be darker. So this way you have to give your pencil strokes to give the look of a wavy hairstyles, and trust me, this trick will make your hairstyles look very realistic and very nice with this very simple trick and just few simple hair colors. Okay, so layering of the hair color and the strokes play a very important role in giving the overall hair rendering process. Another important thing to remember is that your pencils has to be very sharp. You can cut it with a cutter knife or using a blade maybe, or you can sharp it and make it very pointed, but I know these pencils kind of break very easily. So yes, instead of maybe just using the sharpener, you can use a cutter knife to make the edges very pointed so that the hair strokes are very fine. Okay, and also the paper plays a very important role. If your paper has a texture, the hairstyles won't be very smooth. Your papers has to be smooth, then only your pencil blending will be smooth. So here I am using ivory sheets, guys. I will post the link down in the description box. You can go and check out. And another thing is that the strokes of your pencil has to be in a zigzag manner. Okay, you can see that it's coming like back and forth like a zigzag manner. And yeah, keep on practicing this part. You will eventually master doing the hair rendering. So guys, I hope you all are able to catch up. I'm going very slow with the process, so you can practice along with me. And also, if you are trying out these methods, don't forget to share them with me on my Instagram. This is my Instagram ID, and tag me and use the hashtag Art Studio by Shrabani, which is easier for me to see your works. And also, part 2 of this video is coming soon, and in that video I will talk more about hairstyles. So I hope that this video series is going to help out everybody to clear the concept of hair rendering from the very basic to the advanced level using your simple basic stationaries. Okay. So for the last layer, I want to use the black color, guys. You can also avoid using the black color if you want to keep a very brownie or brunette kind of hairstyle. And if you want to make it more darker, then you can use the black color to give more emphasis on the curved area. Like here you can see I am giving little bit black on the areas where it's already dark. Okay, that is I am layering over the brown color itself. And lastly, do not forget to give the end of your hair very nicely. Give very clean strokes to the bottom part, that is the end of your hair, very carefully. Use the pencil and give the strokes. Here I am using the black pencil only to give a very fine stroke at the end part of the hairstyle. So guys, here you can see that there are total 3 curved, and this part is looking shiny, and this is how it's giving the look of the wavy hairstyle to this illustration. Okay. Another thing which I wanted to talk is that many of you tell me that you are unable to draw the face, and you are just unable to draw the hair maybe, or the lips maybe. So guys, here I want to tell something that we are illustrators and we are not portrait artists. Okay, so our main focus has to be the illustration, that is the garment, and you can avoid doing the face if you can't do it. Okay, pay more importance to your garment rendering and to your overall creativity. Okay, so anyway, moving to the next one, I have given the base simply using the black color, and again I am giving the watercolor base to this one. So here also you can do the same with your watercolor itself. So let this base dry, and meanwhile I have also completed giving the base color to my face, that is the skin color, guys. Okay, so here I am starting to give the strokes on the bangs, that is the hair which is falling over her forehead. In this part, you can see that the shine line will be in the horizontal manner because this is the curved part that is on her forehead. Okay, so the center part of the forehead will get the light, and again the strokes will be in a zigzag manner, but the shine line will cut across the zigzag line. Okay, so this one will be only over the bangs, and for the rest of the hair which is falling behind her face will have the same technique. Okay, so you have to give kind of similar strokes, that is straight lines, because this is kind of falling straight, there are not much curves like the earlier hairstyle. And yes, you just need to understand the shine line, and by giving this kind of zigzag hair strokes, you will get something like on the realistic side of the hairstyle. Okay guys, so since this part I have done only with watercolor, I want to put more emphasis on the black part. So what I will do, I will just dip my brush into water and try to give this one in a watercolor base so that it can be little darker. I mean, these pencils are very dark when I apply little water to it. And yes, so here you have to work with the tip of your brush. I mean, you have to use a very thin brush and just very carefully dip it into the water and put little over the pencil strokes. Do not merge everything together, just little to show the darker side of the black pencil. Okay, so this step is also optional. If you want to do it, you can do it. Okay, so here you can see it's looking very nice and shiny black hair. Okay guys, coming to the last one, I want to show something like a very golden blonde hairstyle, and for that I'm using a orangish yellow color. I mean, this is a yellow color, but it has a orangish, or like you can call the golden tone to it. And this is the first layer which I'm going to give here, and again I will bring it in the watercolor base. So guys, here you can see that it's not completely yellow, but we can call it something like a very dark yellow, or it has a little mix of orangish tone to it. Okay, so after the first layer has dried, I will move to the second layer, and here I'm using the same pencil to give some fine strokes to the hair. Now guys, in this part I don't want to make the hair very dark, and I want to keep it very light, very golden kind of hair. Okay, so for that I will not make it very dark. For the next layer I'm using a color which is little darker than the first layer. So here I will start from the roots, and I will start giving the strokes from the bottom layer and also from the part which is around her face. Now whenever you do hairstyles, always remember that the hair which is near the face will be little darker, because again this part will not catch the light because it is falling behind her face, or it's like a very darker. Okay, and the part which is away from the face will catch the light. So very simple thing to understand and to follow whenever you are doing your hair illustration. So here you can see how I'm giving the strokes, and you can increase the intensity. Like if you want more dark, keep on adding layers. Okay, if you want to stop giving the color, you can stop it right here. So it totally depends on you how dark or how light you want to make your hair color to be. So suppose you want to add another layer to show little more shadows or little more darkness, you can add another layer of the color, guys. Like here I'm using a darker brown, and I will add little bit around the roots and also on this part. Now guys, in this hairstyle I'm showing the bouncy effect. For that I will show the darker part around the face, and here you can see that how it's looking, that the hair is kind of bouncy and it's floating in the air. Okay, so this is how you can play with the color to show different effects to your hairstyles. And guys, as I have mentioned this earlier also, the end part of your hairstyle is very important, so don't forget to give the proper finishing to the end part, that is the bottom part of your hairstyles. And you can use your own set of colors, like you can use any set of colors, like use little similar colors like maybe light yellow, darker yellow, and something like on the brown side if you are using black, you can play with gray, light gray, black. So keep your own set of colors and keep on practicing your own hairstyles. So in this one guys, I want to show little more darkness around this part, and for that I will be using black color for some very light shadows and to give the shadow below her face, that is below her chin, which is falling on the neck. Okay, so here I'm done with the 3 simple but very effective hairstyles which you can give to your illustrations. If you are a beginner or you are practicing your illustrations, I hope these techniques will be useful to you, and I shall see you all very soon in the second part of this hair rendering series guys. So do leave your comments below how you liked this video, and do not forget to subscribe. See you all and bye bye.